Pocket poll. I hope you're having a wonderful day on your banana field. Be sure to keep it in this time. DueRag, thank you for becoming a patron. You are what keeps the dream alive. Alright, let's get into it. What's up everybody, DueRag back at it again with another video. Today we're going to be talking about Ready or Not because they just released a briefing, and the name of this briefing is called New SWAT Uniforms. Brought to us by the very generous, actually this doesn't look like it's brought to us by Gwyn. It looks like it's brought to us by another person named Kaminsky. I'm not sure if he's the one that actually made this newsletter, but he's the one that posted it. So I'm going to assume that it's by this person because I'm just not entirely sure. But from what I understand, I think this is one of the people that Guinevere brought in, like one of like two people to be community managers or something. At least I think that's what happened, but I'm not entirely sure. But anyways, let's get into the update here. It starts off with saying, welcome to the 29th edition of our bi-weekly newsletter. This time around, we'll be showcasing our team's work on updating the game's SWAT models and adding new variations for players to choose from. Expect to see more of these models and others we haven't teased yet in the future. Oh great, we're gonna get some more customization. But anyways, updated SWAT models and variants. Our modelers have been hand in hand with our on-staff advisor, implementing the feedback of an experienced SWAT team member to improve the existing equipment and add new options for the players to take advantage of. We're excited to show off what we've got so far, and without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so the first picture that we got here is a picture of 3 SWAT officers holding up their rifles, kind of like how they do in the menu screen when you're picking your rifle. They all seem to be doing the same animation, just kind of like turned though. They're all holding the same rifle, which I believe is the SR-16. Yeah, they're all holding the SR-16. The uniforms do look a little different because I remember there being like I'm not sure what I guess pockets like on the shoulders for the SWAT on the current ones. Like these ones look a little more plain, kind of like the same color. I can't really notice the difference between the two on the right. It looks like they're pretty much wearing the same exact thing, although I can't really tell for sure. The only difference really seems to be just the helmets between the two on the right, but on the left obviously there's a noticeable difference. The guy is just olive green. He also has his blood type on his chest right there. All these guys are just wearing the light armor, not the heavy armor, so curious to see what that's gonna look like. But yeah, all the uniforms that they're wearing are pretty much plain, so I guess we're just done with this picture here. Let's move on to the next picture. The next picture gets a closer look at the helmets here, and obviously I think the coolest looking one is the one in the very back. People actually saw that this helmet actually does have some wear and tear on it, like you can see like a little bit of lines as if it was hit by bullets or something. But they also did point out that there was actually some low quality stuff on the helmet there. Like they still need to, I mean, it's still in like production, so obviously they're still trying to, you know, make it look a little more realistic, but until then, I mean, it does look pretty good. Now the helmet in the middle here doesn't really seem to have too much of a difference aside from the IR obviously being on the top there. One noticeable difference about the helmets that I don't think we've actually had in the past is that they have marker strobes on top of them, which I don't think was in the game prior, right? That's kind of cool. The way that these things work is if you have NVGs on, you'll see the thing flash every now and then to indicate who your friend is. The only people that are going to be wearing those are obviously friendlies. This is something that was featured in Ground Branch and is now going to be featured in Ready or Not, so that's pretty cool. Both of the helmets that are on the left side, the helmet on the left and the helmet in the middle, both feature these it seems, and the one on the right has like an older version of it, which is that big block that's on the back right there. Basically the same function, but it's an older model, so that's pretty cool. You have some more customization in the way that it looks. Like the only thing that's like really different, I guess, is the probably the headset. You got 2 different headsets. The one on the right, it actually goes underneath the helmet, whereas the 2 that are in the middle and on the left go around the helmet underneath. So that's probably like the biggest noticeable differences between all the other ones, is really just the helmets so far anyway. And that's pretty much all I really got to say about that. Let's push on to the next one here. Now it's showing off a different colored vest for the olive green guy. I believe this olive green guy is also supposed to be for supporters, but I could be wrong. I don't know if it's just for supporters or if it's also for people with a standard. I'm not entirely sure about that, but I should probably look that up. According to one of my subscribers, Captain, in the Discord, he said that it is for everybody, not just the supporters. So okay, so the biggest difference is obviously the colored vest here. It's a black color. Oh, and also their sleeves. This guy on the left, his sleeves are a little bit up, and the guy's sleeves on the right are obviously down to his palm there. Underneath these pictures it says, above, countless new kit options from uniform color to vest to helmets. Nice. Moving on to the next thing here, we got got another close-up of the helmets here. Man, that is such a good looking helmet, but yeah, they're right. You can definitely see some wear and tear, and I think that that's actually a different spot where they have the camera usually, because the camera for the original helmet was where this this light is. Is that a light on the helmet? I can't tell. What is that? Not sure what that is, but usually like the camera is right there in the game, and whatever this thing is doesn't exist. They have the camera like a little more up on the helmet there. That's interesting. Underneath this picture is showing off the back side of it, and yeah, definitely more wear and tear. This is where people said that some of this stuff looks a little low quality, and I kind of have to agree here. It does look a little low quality for sure, but I mean, they're still fixing it, hopefully. Underneath this picture, it's showing off what it looks like in nighttime, and obviously you see like the glowing. I love that, how it's like glowing on his eyes right there. I think that's a neat little detail, which I actually did see in Ground Branch 2 the other day. I was like, oh, I didn't know they actually did that. That's kind of cool. And underneath that, it says new helmet variations with functioning IR strobes. This is actually not the first time that we've seen one of these uniforms. They've actually teased one of them the other day. I haven't made a video about it. If you want to check it out, I'll leave a link in the description or at the top right, the eye icon. So that's pretty cool, but I'm not a fan of how like plain these uniforms look, if I'm being honest. I really prefer the current way that the HRT suit looks. I feel like it just gives us more character, and I really hope that they actually bring back the uniform that we used in the multiplayer. Like, I really like the blue California SWAT gear that they had until they took it out randomly. I don't like this dark uniform, the current one that we have. I really dislike it. I hope that they bring back the blue one, because I thought that that one was a lot cooler than the dark one. But what are your guys' thoughts? Again, I'm not really a fan of the plain uniforms. I'm just more of a fan of the ones that they showed off before and had in the game. And they said that they were going to bring them back, but I guess we'll see. I hope that this new stuff doesn't replace the current stuff and they bring back that blue uniform. But moving on to the ending here. In conclusion, this concludes our 29th bi-weekly briefing, unveiling a variety of changes we're working on for the game's SWAT models. Please tune in next time for even more development news, and keep an eye out for our social media. So yeah, I really hope that these things don't replace the current stuff, because that would really suck, at least for me. I know that a lot of people actually like the plain stuff in the Discord and everywhere else, but like, I would love to have more options than just getting, you know, these and them replacing the current stuff that we have. I don't think they said that they're going to do that, but I don't know. They kind of did it with the previous one, where I really liked the blue uniform, and they just kind of replaced it with this dark one, and I don't like the dark one. But yeah, that's pretty much this update. There's still more news to talk about, so I'm gonna go ahead and get into that real quick here. So over on Twitter, somebody asked the question, are you still planning a console release since the game has been a success in my book? And Void Interactive responded with, while we're interested in bringing Ready or Not to console players, our current focus is on developing the PC version of the game to its fullest potential. We look forward to pursuing a console port once we have the resources and time to do so. Yeah, I mean, the whole thing with the console port, it's not something that's gonna come like right away, guys. And to be honest, I kind of hope that it doesn't, because the game still needs a lot of stuff. Like, this game is just nowhere near completed, in my personal opinion. Like, you're still missing a career mode, you're still missing a planning phase, you're still missing the multiplayer, you're still missing like multiple entry points, multiple guns, multiple customization features, some sort of system to keep players invested in the game long term. The game still has a long way to go, and to be honest, I don't think that they should really focus on a console port at this time, in my opinion. But they did show off a couple of videos of them, you know, using a controller for Ready or Not, and I'm just like, that's cool, but I think they should definitely focus on getting the core game done first before pushing onto the console port. So yeah, I think I'm probably gonna make a video about a bunch of things that I feel that the game really needs, because I've just been getting a lot of comments lately about how the game seems to be getting boring, even though there is like mods with it already. I'm not saying that it's getting boring, but I've been getting a lot of comments saying that recently. So I guess I just want to make a video just talking about it, but I don't know, I guess we'll see. But what are your guys' thoughts? Let me know down below, because I'm gonna end the video here. If you enjoy the fact that I cover games like Ready or Not, then be sure to like the video, share the video, and comment down below. If you're someone that would like to support the channel, check out my Patreon or hop on that join button that's underneath the video. If you're someone that's new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and ding that bell so that you can get more content on Ready or Not, or any other game that I decide to cover. With that all being said, I want to thank everybody for coming out to watch, and I guess I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.